it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. It's supposed to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. So, I don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy. I'm author of this Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories book, in which asexuals talk about love, life, and sex from an asexual point of view. I'm also the author of Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook too, which you can get those on Amazon. So yes, let's get back to tonight's show. So what I find so frustrating is when you are asexual who's looking for a relationship, not a friendship, and you're in asexual, well, I'm in asexual dating groups, but which is fine. But when I'm in traditional heterosexual dating groups, if you like, they start thinking you just want a friend. It really, really annoys me. So in the Indian group, I've been in the Indian non-asexual group I'm in since April. It's a dating group. It's got about 44,000 members in there. So it's got loads of Indian guys. I regularly get Indian guys in my inbox from that group since April because my photograph keeps showing up because I'm one of the few people in there I think that's not actually fake. And it's a beautiful photograph of me. I get loads of likes on it, and I get about at least 3 guys usually in my inbox per day from it. This has been going on since April. And in the beginning, I was getting far more, like 6, 7, 8, 9 sometimes, guys in my inbox. And yeah, it got kind of crazy, but I still get them. And anyway, I am quite active still in the sense that I check out my post. It's my post that I have a lot of interaction still on it. People see, even people that have seen it before seem to still come up again. And so anyway, to cut a long story short, there was a post from a guy who said it was an anonymous post on Facebook in this group that said he was 25 and he lives in London and he's basically working in IT. Well, you know what I think of Indian guys who work in IT in that age group, and I love London. So, but the age group he was looking for he said he was looking for a long-term relationship, but in terms of the age group, it was like I'm a little bit older in birth certificate age, right? And so, well, possibly more than a little bit, but anyway, so yeah, to cut a long story short, he messaged me because I said to him, I commented on his post saying I'm a bit older, I said that I'm not in your age range that you are saying that you're interested in, but I do live in the UK. And so I said good luck to him because I thought he wouldn't be interested if I'm out of his age range, right? But he's come on a message and he's introduced himself and said that he was the one that posted that post and I commented on it. And he said, oh, I've read your post and what you're looking for. And basically it sounds good. And I don't know if I can get him up at the moment. I don't think I can. But because I've swapped back to my page now. But basically, in a nutshell, he said, oh, I'm really interested in your bio. Basically, I love what you had to say. And that you're looking for a friendship. And I'm happy to be friends with you if you're interested. And I'm in your category of people that I'm in your category. And I just got so peed off that nowhere in this post does it say I'm looking for a friendship. No way does it say that, right? And it just really annoys me that I do get a proportion of people thinking that I just want a friend. And the problem is they think that what I put in my bio about wanting a relationship, they're thinking they can get that as a friend from me, right? They seem to think that because I'm not after sex, I'm looking for a friendship. But I haven't said I'm looking for a friendship. I said I'm looking for a serious, committed, long-term, monogamous relationship, forever life partner, that type of language, right? And then I'm asexual. I don't experience sexual attraction, don't want sex, don't want marriage, don't want kids, and don't want to live together. But that is in a relationship. I'm not looking to do he's on about, oh, I'm looking for, I love the idea of sharing secrets, it'd be great to be friends with someone like that. It's like, I do not want to start getting emotionally intimate with someone who isn't going to want a relationship with me, who I'm going to be attracted to, no doubt, because he is attractive in his photograph. And it's like, I don't want to be having as much intimacy with other people as I would do a boyfriend, because, do you know what I'm saying? That's reserved for a relationship. And so I'm just getting really peed off and frustrated that these people who are clearly not asexual are taking what I say completely wrong way and thinking I just want a friend. I get guys who've messaged me going, oh, I'll be your friend. I'll be your friend. Of course they'll be my friend, because they want to have their women at home. Some of these people are married. Yeah, they want to have me for an emotional affair, basically. I'm not interested in that, If something's lacking in their marriage or their relationship, they should sort it out and stop looking to me as an asexual person for me to just be there as their crutch because they haven't got anything, because they're feeling lost, lonely, and left out of their actual main relationship, I'm not going to be used, and I'm not interested in friends with benefits. Like when I was on Facebook dating, a lot of the guys were asking me for kissing hookups. And, it's like, I'm not interested in kissing hookups because I don't have sex. They took what I meant, like in my bio when I said I like kissing but not sex. That is in a relationship. Yes, I do kiss guys in clubs. I haven't kissed a guy in a club for like, how long is it? March 2020. That's the last time I actually kissed a guy in a club. So I haven't actually kissed a guy for a long time in a club. But, that's my conscious choice to do that. And the only reason I allow myself to do that is because I don't get attached. I'm not forming, like, friendship with them. I'm not, don't get me wrong, you have to be friends with someone before you can get into a relationship. But I'm not happy that the guys, they're reading what I'm interested in terms of relationship. And because I'm not saying I want sex, and because I don't want the traditional relationship, they're automatically like acting like I want a friend, and that I will give them the type of relationship I want in an actual relationship as a friendship, and to me that's just like using me as an emotional connection, but if they just like me as a friend, that's fine, but they need to actually say, I saw your post looking for a relationship, but I'm not looking for the type of relationship you are, but I'd be happy to be your friend if you want to. That would be fine, because they're acknowledging what I'm actually saying. But when they're just like ignoring completely what I'm saying. So I have said to this guy, I said, I didn't say I wanted a friendship. I said I was looking for a relationship. And if you are not looking for a relationship with me, that's fine. But then I need to look elsewhere for a romantic relationship and just basically have you as a friend or a new friend, because, like, that's what I'm after, relationship. And so I'm assuming because he put in the actual group, he's looking for a long-term relationship with a certain age bracket. Again, it's like kind of like, but you're answering my post that's on about a relationship, there's unclarity there, right? I do not want another scenario where he has me as his friend, then looks for someone, and he has me as a friend, but leads me to believe that it might be a relationship in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because he's answered my relationship post. So I have to be very crystal clear with him. That's fine if you just want me as a friend, but that's not actually what I'm in that group for, and that's not what my post is about. Because I get sick and tired of heterosexuals thinking that if you're not having sex, you just want a friendship. I find it very insulting, very rude, and like, it's like they don't take me seriously. I'm sure some other asexuals have come across this as well. It's like you need to wake up to the reality that some people are genuinely asexual, hetero-asexual, or asexual in sexual orientation rather than heterosexual. Some of us genuinely don't want, like, or need sex in a relationship, and we want that to be forever in a relationship. There are asexuals in relationships. I have an asexual friend, John, and he's married to his asexual wife. He met her at an asexual meetup a few years ago now. I think they've been together 3 or more years, might even be 4 years now. And so, they are married. They don't have sex as far as I know. because they're both, you know, not interested in that, right? And, you know, my best asexual friend, they have a partner and they don't have sex, right? They've been together nearly 2 years now. So I get very frustrated when heterosexuals don't take me seriously and do not realize the seriousness of what I'm saying, right? I just look for a very unconventional type of relationship, but a permanent, monogamous, love forever, committed relationship. Just one that isn't by society's norms and you know and constraints, right? A lot of us are conditioned from birth to believe that heterosexuality is the only sexuality, and that if you're not having sex in a relationship, then something's drastically wrong and it's unhealthy. Actually, it's unhealthy when the people in the relationship can't match each other's needs, when, you know, they're miserable, they have more painful moments together than they do happy moments, and they're just really incompatible, you know? But if two people in a relationship and both of them don't want sex, they don't have it, it's healthy, right? You don't have to have sex in a relationship. And some people aren't bothered about sex. Some people have a disability and they can't have sex. Some people are impotent and they can't have sex. Some people abstain for religious reasons and can't have sex. Not just asexuals not having sex. You know, not asexuals don't have sex, you know. So some asexuals do have sex, they do participate in it because they might be sex positive. I'm a sex repulsed asexual, right? But I just wish that people would not twist my words, you know. I feel like when they say, oh, I see you're looking for a friendship, I want friendship with you, that's twisting my words and actually putting words in there that's not even there, right? Well, you could argue they're twisting words rather than not there, because it does say I want someone who I'm in a relationship with, and they should be basically my soulmate, love of my life, and my best friend all rolled into one, basically. So, but I'm clearly looking for a relationship. I say I'm looking for a long-term committed relationship. So, you know, I'm very clear about relationship, you know, and so it's just really, really, you know, annoying when they take it the wrong way and they take it out of context. And you know, like, it was really annoying when I was on Facebook dating, and like one guy I was talking to who I thought was trying to be a friend to me, then just stopped the conversation. It's like, all right, cut to the chase now. Like, when am I coming to your flat? It's like, you're not coming to my flat. I'm not interested in you like that, in having sex. You know what I mean? I say I'm asexual, they just don't take you seriously. And it's very, very insulting. And it's very, very frustrating as an asexual person to get your voice heard, to get your message across, and for people to take you seriously. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, just imagine if we didn't take heterosexuality seriously. Just imagine if we laughed every time someone said they're heterosexual, and you kind of told them, well, you're not heterosexual, you're something else, you know, and you're just completely invalidating the person, and you're completely just ignoring what they say. I just find it rude. You know, so I have to see how it goes with this guy, but I have offered, you know, I have actually accepted being this guy's friend in the UK. But I've shared what's on my mind about the fact that I'm not looking for a friendship. I have friends, I'm looking for a relationship. But if you feel you can only be my friend, then that's fine, as long as I know and look elsewhere for someone romantically, right? Because I personally, as a hyper romantic, don't like to get too emotionally attached to someone, because it leads to heartache and heartbreak for me, you know? And so I don't want to be sharing loads of intimate thoughts and secrets with a guy who's just going to, like, down the line leave because he's not interested really in me for a relationship. He's interested in just being my friend and having someone to share his thoughts and feelings with. You know, like, I don't want to get too attached to that type of guy, you know? So I've got to be really careful. But I'll see how it goes with him. He is in the UK, but I don't know if he's just in the UK for study, but it sounds like he's actually got a job in IT now. So I don't know. But I'll find out more about him anyway. But it sounds like he's not going to be suitable if he's already saying friendship, you know. But obviously you can't be in a relationship with someone you're not friends with first. But if that person is looking for sex in a relationship, and you're looking for an actual relationship, and they're saying about being friends, then clearly you're going to be getting hurt if you think you're going to have a relationship with that type of person. because they're not going to be able to have a monogamous relationship with you unless you have sex with them. If you don't want it, that's no good. So always, you know, listen to what the person says. Like if you write something in your bio and they write something in a message that's the opposite of what you said in your bio, be very careful of these type of guys, specifically as well if they say about marriage. Like I had a guy the other day going, oh, I hear you're looking for an Indian husband. Well, clearly he hadn't read my post, which says, I don't want sex, I don't want marriage, I don't want kids, I don't want to live together. I feel like, you know, writing a placard saying, I want a non-traditional romantic forever relationship. So I want a relationship like a normal relationship in the sense of it's a relationship minus the sex and sexual acts and sexual touching, basically. Well, you could argue the way I like to kiss is sexual in behaviour. So people might think the way I hold a guy is sexual, the way I press my body against him is sexual. But, you know, in the main, I don't want sex, you know? Like, people have relationships with sex. If you take the sex out of it, it's still a relationship. Don't stop loving the person or stop being a relationship with them. Well, some people do stop being a relationship if they don't have sex. But, you know what I mean? Heterosexuals aren't having sex every single minute of the day. There's still days when they love the person, want to be in a relationship with them, when they're not having sex, you know? It's like that all the time for someone who's in a monogamous sex-free relationship, right? So it just really irritates me, you know, like people just say things that is not what I've actually said. And obviously there are a lot of guys looking for visas. That's why I need to find an Indian guy actually in the UK. I'm not actively on dating apps anymore. I told you that I did go on asexuality.com once the other day and message someone, but that person like stopped, basically like didn't accept my friend request. But he's applied to be in one of my groups now, so that's quite interesting. I'm like, oh, but you declined me on Asexuality. But he's like, oh well, I don't want to go on there really. I'm trying to get off the site, but whatever, it doesn't matter. He's in the UK currently. So yeah, it's just very frustrating. Like the Indian group that I'm in that's got over 44,000, I've been in since April. Like I said, I just get approached all the time anyway. Like, I don't have to do anything. I've just written the one post back in April. But I do comment back on it, and that does keep it active. So if you are in a dating group and you don't want to keep posting all the time, but you've got a lot of people liking your profile, you know, your bio, your pic or whatever in that post, just if you keep replying to comments, it does keep it active and it keeps people seeing your post. So that's how come I keep getting so many Indian guys in my inbox. In a way, it's kind of nice because they're Indian guys, but a lot of them I don't accept as friends because it's like some of them are married and some of those I block. Quite a lot of them I block if they're married. And then when they try and friend request me, they automatically follow me anyway. And there's some guys that message me and they're not even friend requesting me. I'm thinking, you know, you're not interested in me if you're not friend requesting me, right? So the guys that have friend requested me, even if I don't accept their friend request, at least I know they've got some interest in me. You know what I mean? So yeah, and you know, I just don't accept a lot of them, but they'll follow me on my profile anyway on Facebook. But my page is more active than my profile at the moment, my Asexualise page. So check it out on Facebook. Yeah, the one that goes with this channel. So yeah, I just think it's really bad that you know that they equate like not having sex as a friendship, right? It's not a friendship. I do not go around kissing my friends. I'll make that perfectly clear. I don't go around kissing my friends. I don't go around cuddling my friends. I don't go around being intimate. I don't go around like if I was in a relationship scenario, for example, I'll be sitting on a guy's lap. I'll maybe even be sitting on a guy's lap facing him, like with my body pressed into his, snogging his face off, right? With my legs around his. That's kind of a sexual position, but with my clothes on and I'm not having sex. And so, you know, I don't do that type of thing with my friends. So it just really annoys me when people are like, you want to, you know, you're wanting a friendship. It's like, I'm not. I don't do intimate stuff like that. Like, people have different levels of intimacy, right? And with asexuals, our levels of intimacy are, if we're not having sex, are different to what you would do if you do have sex. So my kissing, you could class as being as intimate as sex. But when I'm actually in a relationship, I kiss a lot more in a relationship, right? So even though I kiss for an hour in the club a guy, our bodies were kind of like still separate quite a bit, even though we're together facing each other. And, you know, in a relationship, I can kiss for up to 3 hours, you know, and I'd have a lot more body contact in a relationship through clothes. And so, you know, like my kissing, like really intimate kissing for very long periods of time is, I guess, equivalent to some person's sex, you know. And so, yeah, you know, people, like I said, have different levels of intimacy. And, you know, in sharing secrets is intimate as well. That's why I don't want to be sharing loads of secrets with someone who, you know, isn't going to be a relationship with me. Like, I do share my secrets with my really, really close best friends, but I'm not going to share my secrets with a guy off the internet I don't even know, and who probably is not even interested in a relationship with me. And you know, you've got to be very careful that heterosexuals don't use you just to have someone there for them and then dump you when they get a heterosexual person to be in a relationship with. I just think that's so insensitive, rude, unkind, uncaring, uncalled for, and it just really is not pleasant at all. So I would strongly urge you to listen to what they actually say in the message. Are they crystal clear about you being asexual, what being asexual means? Are they taking you seriously about your asexuality? Or are they just kind of stringing you along using ambiguous words and not really knowing what the hell they want, or not really understanding what you mean, right? Because when I was at the meetup.com event almost a couple of weeks ago now, a week and a half ago, and so when I was there, I was explaining asexuality, and I was explaining that I don't experience sexual attraction, but I do experience other attractions to guys. So I was explaining it to this guy, and he said, look, I accept what you're saying, but I just don't have a clue what you're talking about. I really, you know, like he was accepting that as in he was being open-minded, because he said, I'll be open-minded, but he said, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. And so even when I'm trying to explain it to him as a heterosexual person, that I'm attracted, but I don't get the need, urge, or want for sex, he still didn't understand it. He couldn't wrap his head around it. I said, it is difficult when you aren't used to that. It's hard for you to wrap your head around it, but that's how it actually is for me, you know? And so it was, excuse me, getting sleepy. So it was a very interesting conversation. And, you know, I was happy that he was just honest and said that he didn't understand what I was saying, but I think it's just because it's so different to what people are used to, you know. People like get uncomfortable about what they're not used to. And, you know, it can actually make them feel uncomfortable if they've got someone who's so different to them. But all you can do is educate and keep reiterating what you really are like, you know. I mean, I can't believe that the guys on Facebook dating would think I want to hook up when I'm asexual. They seem to think that because I'm an older woman that likes younger guys, I'm into hooking up, whether it's having sex or not. Because I'm asexual, really, I'm hooking up, but without the sex aspect. Because, you know, I'm an older girl that likes younger guys and I want some secret fling or something. Because that's what a lot of the older women on Facebook dating seem to want. They just, you know, from what I can gather from the reactions of the guys, they look for older women to have sex with, basically, and hook up with. Younger guys love having sex with older women. They really do, but a lot of them don't actually want serious committed relationships with an older woman. They just want all the secret stuff. Well, I guess some older women would like that, but yeah, I'm too young for that. And so, yeah, I just think you've got to be very, very careful that people aren't trying to put words in your mouth and that they actually understand you, right? But you can't make someone understand if they don't want to understand. You can't force someone to get your point of view if they don't get it, you know? All you can do is keep reiterating it and try and explain it in different ways to them so they understand it. I mean, I often, like I said an analogy to the guy the other day about kissing, like I like kissing as a starter, the main course, and the dessert. And, you know, he thought I was really good because that's me with kissing. I'm not interested in sex. But from my bio, it seems like people think I want to hook up to do the things I would do in a relationship without sex. And I don't want to hook up and do things I want in a relationship without sex, because in a relationship, I don't want sex anyway. I'm looking for a relationship, not to pass the time, not to just hook up for dates, not to just hook up for kissing. I'd rather go and kiss guys in my club, in my own city, than, like get involved with a guy up country who just wants something casual. Do you know what I mean? Because I can go home whenever I please. I'm in the comfort of my own city. I know there are security guards in my local club. I can just go home and not worry about it, I don't, like some people as well, they say to me, oh, have you tried like Birmingham in the UK for Indian guys? Have you tried this place? It's like, I can't just walk up to people, all the Indian guys in Birmingham, and go, hey, I'm asexual, want a relationship. It doesn't work like that. You can't just walk up to random people. There's Indian guys all over the place in the UK. There's Indian guys in my city. Just they want sex. That's the point. I can't just go up to someone in another city, even if they've got a high density population of Indian guys, and just say, hey, I'm asexual, I'm looking for a relationship. You know what I mean? Life doesn't work like that, right? And I can get, I can be with Indian guys in my city, I can kiss them. I just don't want a sexual relationship. So therefore I can't be in a relationship with them, because I haven't found an asexual guy in my city. I haven't actually found an asexual guy in my city. That's foreign that I like. There's one guy I know who's asexual, but we're completely not suitable. He's not in the age range I like, and he's British, and I'm just not attracted to him. So yeah, and vice versa. So, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not his type. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I haven't met any asexual foreign guys. He's British. I haven't met any asexual foreign guys in my city. The Indian guys that I've met in the club, all of them were sexually attracted to me. I've met 3 Indian guys in my favorite club. All of them interested in me. But you know what I mean? I'm not interested in sex. And so, yeah, I don't understand why people on Facebook dating that they just automatically think because I'm an older girl likes younger guys that I want to hook up. For some reason, I don't. I want a serious relationship. Some people just like and are attracted to different age groups than the norm. Some women are just automatically attracted to older guys for a relationship. They want a guy who's like 20 years older than them for a relationship. They don't like younger guys. They don't find them mature enough. They don't relate to them. They want someone who's older, maturer. This is how they see it. I see younger guys as like, I respect younger guys, and I don't see them as kids, and I don't see them as not knowing what they want. I know some of them don't know what they want, but I don't see them as being incompetent. You know what I mean? So younger guys in their 20s, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about lower than that. But I treat them with respect, guys in their 20s. I don't think they're any less intelligent than an older guy. I don't personally think the whole of them is less mature than an older guy. I think there's a lot of older guys that aren't mature. Some of them are very forceful in what they say, like they're right all the time and stuff like that, which is not good. And I just personally don't like the look of an older guy, because I'm just not into that aesthetic type, and sometimes, like, you have just got to understand that people are attracted to people that are different, that are sometimes in a different age group entirely. It's just the way it is. You can't force yourself to be attracted to someone you're not. And you can't help being attracted to someone you are attracted to, So I just hope that one day asexuality is recognised globally in and of its own right, and that finally heterosexuals wake up to the fact you can have a relationship without sex. You can have a loving, caring, committed relationship without sex ever. And if that's not for the majority of the heterosexuals, that's fine, but it's still valid. By keep saying, oh, you're looking for a friendship, you're basically invalidating any relationship that I'm interested in that doesn't have sex and just calling it a friendship. That isn't what I want. I don't want an intimate friendship with someone who I met through a dating group, you know? So I just think that if you are experiencing similar frustrations, I hear you. It's very unkind and cruel, I think, to like completely ignore what your requests are. If you're looking for a serious committed relationship without sex and just basically call it a friendship, I find that very insulting. And you know, like, I'm really not looking for just a friendship. But I'm glad I've got my best friends, you know? So yeah, you've got to understand that some people are just, you know, some people are just not taking you seriously, and it's a shame, and they're not understanding what asexuality really is. You know, asexuality is not impotence. It's not lack of sex drive because of your age. It's not abstaining. It's not being like a nun. It's not any of those things, you know. It's asexuality is not a disorder or a disease or some illness. It's a genuine sexual orientation. It's a lack of sexual attraction, which means for a lot of asexuals, we don't get the need, urge, or want for partnered sexual intercourse because we're not sexually attracted. Therefore, we don't have that desire, you know. So please, if you are coming across an asexual person, take them seriously. Don't like put words in the mouth that's not there, and don't treat the fact they want a relationship like it's a joke and it's just a friendship they want. It's not funny. It's not nice. Listen to what they say. If they want a relationship with you, take them seriously. If they're looking for a relationship and you meet them through a dating app that's for relationships, or dating group in my case at the moment, because I'm not participating in dating apps anymore, then at the moment, then, you know, take them seriously. If you met for a dating site, dating group, dating app, they're looking to date, they're looking to get into a relationship, probably a lot of them as well, right? So take them seriously. You wouldn't like it if you weren't taken seriously. So take asexual seriously in what we say. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, helpful, and insightful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. I'd love to know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to get notified of every time I go live, like now, post a new video. Lots of love. Bye.